Hello everyone, it's Liv here, aka Story Minded, and I'm back with another university video which I haven't done in quite a while. This video is going to be 5 prior tips. I can't speak. This video is going to be 5 prior tips to go into university particularly for an English and creative writing degree, but this might help you regardless of what course you're picking. I made a video like this before I started university, but I've just recently completed my first year, and now I feel like I'm in a better position to offer these 5 tips to help you before you start university. And like I've said in my other videos, obviously I still personally live at home, so I commute to my local uni, so I can't offer advice on like student accommodation or student halls because that is just completely separate from my experience. What I can suggest you do, sorry, I'm getting notifications popping up on my emails. What I can advise you to do is whatever university you're planning on going to, if you go to their website, they should have a section that offers contact details to their own student finance services, or they'll offer advice on that kind of thing. But these are some of the tips that I've come up with after my first year at university. So number 1, as soon as possible, try, and especially if you're doing like an English and creative writing degree, find out your primary texts. The sooner you can get the reading and get ahead with the reading, the better position you'll be in, because I don't want to scare anyone, but when you start university, you will never see so many books in your entire life. And obviously it's spread out, and it's not like you have to read all of these books immediately. There are like deadlines that are given for when you need to read certain books by. But if you can get ahead on some of that reading, then if you get a really busy week, you don't have to stress or panic and think, oh God, I haven't read this book that I have a seminar for, because you would have already done it. So yeah, try and find out your primary text, and don't go overboard. Don't make the mistake I did, and before I'd even started uni, because I didn't get the primary reading lists straight away. I was kind of in panic mode thinking, oh God, I need to, and I went on the website and I found that there are these things called secondary texts, which you can use for like research and critical sources to back up your essays. I bought some of them and I really didn't need to buy them, so I don't know why I did that. Anyway, so just stick with the primary text. Don't worry about secondary reading, just go for the primary text, because your primary texts are the actual books you will be studying or using in your essays. Number 2, another thing that I that I did, don't go overboard with the stationery. For some reason, maybe it's comes with a love of writing, like notebooks are my thing. I love notebooks. It's a weird addiction, but there's worse addictions out there, to be fair. But don't go overboard with the stationery. I bought so much stationery, like really lovely folder things that I haven't used, so just don't go overboard with stationery. Just make sure you have working pens and a notebook or notebooks, and you'll be fine. But leading on to that, number 3, for some magical mystical reason, for my first year at university, I just used one entire notebook, and it lasted me for the entire year, so it was pretty impressive. But do buy notebooks for each module. Back at college, I was really good. I had like a separate notebook for each subject, because that just really helps you keep your notes organised and keeps your notes separate from each subject. Because I tell you what, using one notebook at university I don't advise it. For you get 6 modules, is it 6 or 5? I've already forgotten. But depending on how many modules you have quite a lot of modules. If you're just using one notebook, it gets so confusing really quickly. And I tried to do headers, and I could have highlighted them, but even then even though I used headers, it was just a mess, and it just makes it really stressful, and it makes planning for essays harder. So for what I'm doing for second year, I have a notebook for each module to help keep my notes separate and in order. Number 4, do locate all your buildings or work out timetable before you start. So obviously, especially if you're moving to a new city, I would really advise giving yourself some time to find your university buildings. Even if you're a local, I've lived obviously where I am all my life. And obviously, because I never went to the university before, I was like, I don't know where these buildings are. Like, they've always been here. I've always known, oh yeah, that's a university building. But when you get the names of them, you're like, where the heck is that? So definitely give yourself some time to find your university buildings before you actually have your very first day of university. Otherwise, you're going to be stressing out, running around trying to find where you've got to be. And then for my final tip, do work out deadline timetables. Oh, I can't stress this one enough. Do work out deadline timetables for any assignments you have. So no matter how you do it, if you write it down, if you create what I did, I created an electronic document. Please, 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 as soon as you find out your deadlines for your assignments, write them down. Even if it seems like they're way off in the future, like however many months down the line, write down and record your deadlines for your assignments, because there is nothing worse than getting your assignment dates mixed up or not knowing when things need to be published, or on your Moodle when you need to submit things. Just please, 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 just stay organised. Organisation is definitely the key to success, and I know I've said that a lot on my channel, but it is something I will always it's something I will always support. If you're organised, you will achieve things. If you're not organised, you're just going to crumble under pressure, and it's not going to be fun for anyone. Or you could try and do what one of my friends does. My friend has a terrible procrastination problem, and she drives me up the wall. She's not at the same university as me, she's doing a different course, but she just has this ability to leave everything as near to her deadlines as possible, and then she'll just cram all this work in, and I don't know how she does it. And she always gets stressed. She lies, she says she doesn't, but I can tell she is stressed. And she'll be like, oh no, it's fine. And I'm like, this isn't a good way for you to work. Like, mentally, it's really not good. So the sooner you get organised, then you can prioritise and plan, and it will make your university experience a lot more enjoyable. Anyway, if any of you have watched this, thank you, and I hope to make another video soon. Bye.